We're now moving on to our structural and layout guides. Our straight torch guides have a 304 stainless rail. They're 2 foot long. They come with 2 strong 30-pound pull magnets. Guys, I've slotted these magnets on 3 sides, and that lets you do a lot of different things. You can put it on the end of your cutting rail. You can put it horizontal to your cutting rail. You can actually put it perpendicular to your cutting rail. And there's lots of different times that you want to change your magnets. Now, also, you can get an extension for this, which I'll show you in a minute. But before we get to showing you the extension, I want to show you also this little structural adapter you put on the end of your torch that we have that helps hold the distance from your, and saves a lot of tips. So, therefore, in other words, if you set your pin and you put it on top of your rail and you pull it very slowly along there, you can see that it holds the right distance for you. You can buy these extensions in 2 foot lengths and you get 1 extra magnet with it. And what I'm going to show you is how that you can extend these. As you can see here, I've kind of placed it in here halfway between the block. You get an extra magnetic block that goes with it. So you can put as many extensions as you want on this. You could go for a mile if you wanted to. Now I'd like to show you the set of our 3 magnetic blocks. They come in a set so that you're able to do things like I'm showing you right here. You see, I put a little pipe fitter square together just by clamping these in different positions. They're very good to hold your squares for you when you're trying to fabricate some boxes or whatever it may be, or use them to make your own straight edges like we did here. But we've slotted them in 3 sides so that you can do so many different things with them. The next item I'd like to introduce to you is our magnetic angle burning guide. Again, we have a 304 stainless rail. All your degrees are here in 2.5 degree increments. You have magnets on the very bottom, magnets on the lower side so that you can use this as a protractor. Not only can you use it as a protractor, but by using these lower magnets, you put it on a flat plate and you've got a way to use as a torch guide or any kind of guide that you may want to use. We've also cut this little hand hole in here so that you can use this as a tri-square or a multi-angle layout guide at any angle that you may want on channel, I-beam, H-beam, flat plate. You can see that you can actually use it like a tri-square. Put it all the way across, mark your angles. This again, you can add the extensions to it if you ever have to. The same as you have right here. All my tools are the same height, so you're able to use like the little magnetic blocks that I had showed you earlier by adding extensions to them. And again, you can go as long as you want to. A line is never complete without having levels of all different sizes. This first little level, which it is very small, it has a 25-pound pull magnet on the very bottom. Plus it has a magnet on the end, which is a rare earth magnet, which is very strong. What I did this for was, not only do you have a little shirt pocket level, but you have something to hold your tape. This tape, you can go as far as you want one way, but you actually can turn and go the other way. It holds it. Some of these new tapes that you get now, that you buy, have magnets in the end of them. But you can't use them when you're in the middle of your work. There's nowhere to hook them. So this here, you can line up with your line. It'll grab your tape, but you can also turn and go the other way with it. This has proved to be a very versatile little tool, and the pipe fitters really like it. Now going to the next size, we have a little shirt pocket level. It has 2.5-degree increments, 2 rare earth magnets in the very bottom, which are very strong. And the reason that we come up with this little shirt pocket level, I call it, when I used to work in refineries, we'd have to get up very high sometimes to work on towers and work on spools that were wearing out but weren't completely wore out yet, so they were still alive. A guy had to carry his tools way up this ladder, maybe 150 feet. So he's got this little shirt pocket he can take up there, read all his different degrees, and everything would be so much easier for him and not have to worry about falling off a ladder. So a lot of the car dealers use this now for setting drive lines. There's a lot of uses for this little small shirt pocket magnetic level. Going to our Cadillac, we call this our Pocket Pro level. It has a 35-pound pull magnet in the base. Your degrees are in 2.5-degree increments, spring-loaded. The same vial that's in all our tools, so you're able to repair this in the field. You also have a horizontal and a vertical level built right in this small Pocket Pro level. It is a very genuinely well-built level that you would love to have with a 35-pound pull magnet, and it's one of the finest levels on the market today. Rounding our structural steel tool line is our 3 sets of radius markers. We have the very small radius markers, which go up to a 22-inch circle or radius, and all you simply do is measure your radius, set it in a little center punch mark, and make your mark. This is a small. This goes up to 22-inch diameter circles. Our next one is our medium, which goes up to a 50-inch circle. And the same thing applies to it. A center punch mark, mark your radius. They're all spring-loaded to last for a long time, and they're set at a tension to where when you set them, they won't be moving around on you. This will hold a square soapstone, carpenter's pencil, or a round pencil also. Next we have is our extra large that goes up to a 100-inch circle. This here also is made to where it locks in the center, because there's nothing more aggravating to get to a real long radius and you get way out into the center part of it and it moves on you. So a welder, actually called me on it and said you need to lock that center. So, we do listen to you guys out in the field. So we've made it to where you can lock this center and actually mark your radius and it never moves on you. And this concludes our structural steel layout guide.